Taurus. Welcome to Soul Good. I'm Amber Marie, and this is your July 2022 Tarotscope. If you're curious about the decks that I'm using today, you can find a list of them in the description box below. You can also find links to my social media accounts, as well as links to information on personal readings and the Soul Good membership channel on Telegram. I'm excited to jump in and see what you have going on this month, Taurus, so let's not waste any time. We're going to be using a few decks today, looking at what activations might be taking place within your life throughout this month, how they might be showing up, and what your angels have to say about what's going on, some guidance for you. So let's jump right in. Please, Father, Mother, Life, Universe, Spirits, Guides, Angels, our cosmic team, our ancestors, our higher selves, what would you like Taurus to know in regards to activations for July 2022, please? What activations might Taurus be experiencing this month? Thank you. 2 coming out for you. We'll set those up there. And how might this activation be showing up in Taurus's life this month? How might this activation be showing up in Taurus's life this month, please? How might these activations be showing up for Taurus this month? Okay, thank you. And how might this activation be showing up for Taurus this month, please? How might these activations be showing up for Taurus this month? Thank you for your patience, Taurus, while I shuffle. I do only take jumpers, so I appreciate you hanging with me as we go through this. Okay, what activations how might these activations be showing up for Taurus this month? My gosh, thank you. I felt like I was like tripping over my words there for a minute. I don't know. Is there something about having difficulty expressing yourself, Taurus? Maybe to only certain people. Tell us more about these activations, please. Can you clarify how these might be showing up? Can you please clarify how these activations are showing up for Taurus for this month, please? I just got the words shutting down. Are you like going through it? What's going on here? Okay, thank you. Shutting down. Are you shutting something down? Where does this go, please? Here. Yes, okay. This goes over here. Please clarify. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I feel like you're like shutting, I don't know, something's shutting down, or you're shutting down, or you're shutting something down in your life, or something shutting someone else down. It's really interesting. What would your angels like to share with you? Okay. Is that it? Yes. Okay. All right, so we're going to set those to the side. Let's start with these cards here first. The first activation you have is a Soul Star activation, fulfilling soul contracts, remembering who you are. I just got the words like stuck. Have you been feeling stuck? It feels to me like you may have been doing something that you felt like you were stuck in, or something. Maybe a living arrangement, maybe a job or a business or a relationship. or something. Um, but it feels like there's this energy of like not, it feels like this isn't who I am for some reason. Like this isn't who I am. The remembering who you are part is like really, really standing out to me a lot for you, Taurus. And I feel like there's this energy of this, yeah, I keep getting that again and again, like this isn't who I am. So maybe that'll resonate with you. Ace of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, this is an energy of like feeling empty or blocked, right? Like I was saying, like you may have felt kind of stuck in something, right? And I feel like whatever it was was not bringing you, excuse me, emotional fulfillment. Like it wasn't making you feel like you were filling your cup. Again, this could be a living arrangement. Maybe it's the city you live in or the home, or maybe it's who you live with, right? Maybe it's a job or a business or a career or something. Maybe an educational pursuit, a partner, maybe, or something family member. Like it feels like I'm stuck and this it doesn't feel good to me anymore. Like I can't keep doing this. Like this is not who I am. That's what I'm hearing. Because whatever this is that has had you feeling stuck and like it's not you, it feels like it's been emptying your cup. Like it's slowly been like you've been pouring into this thing, but like it feels like you've like, what is the word, please, spirit, like hesitantly been pouring into this thing or whatever. Like I don't really want to because it's not fulfilling to me, and I know it's not going to be like, it's not going to pour back into me, so I don't want to give to it, but I'm doing it because I have to, is what it feels like, or because I feel obligated or I have obligations or something. I don't know what this is. What is this, Taurus? Yeah, the Hanged Man again, stuck, right? Like you may have also kind of gotten the bigger picture for some of you. Like you may have gotten a different perspective, and we're seeing like this thing is why I feel stuck. Like this thing is not making me happy. This thing is making me feel like I'm sacrificing another part of myself, right? Like there's this energy of feeling again stuck, like suspended, right? It's fascinating to me how I get this energy before I even really dive into the cards, right? Like it feels like, again, you've been giving parts of yourself to something that is not fulfilling, is not giving back to you, right? And it's like, oh, I don't want to do this. It's not to say that you maybe don't like the thing or the person or whatever it is. Like I don't feel like there's like ill will, if you will, but it feels to me like just like, oh, like this is just not my destiny. Like this is just not my, you know, like I don't know, my purpose or something, right? It's like this is just not who I am. It's not who I am. And I feel like, again, you've been feeling stuck. What is this card? Page of Pentacles. Yeah. Yep. New venture, like desiring change and wanting something different. Like wanting to try something new and to like get out of whatever it is that's been keeping you like stuck in the mud, as it were. Right? Yeah. Like it feels like, and now it's interesting because like my facial expression, like while going through this is like, oh, like just, I don't know, kind of lackluster, leave something to be desired. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. And now like that I pulled this page up, I started smiling because it's like, yes, I want something different. I want something new. I want to go experience something else. Literally is the energy I'm getting here. So whatever it is, like I feel like it feels to me like you may either have made a decision recently or are contemplating making a decision about moving forward from whatever this thing is, letting it go, whatever it is. again, like I got that energy of shutting down, right? I got those words like shutting down. So I feel like you're like ready to just like, okay, I'm done with this now. It's interesting. Like that is totally not how I meant to read those cards, but here we are. I guess we're doing it this way. So it's fascinating. You also have we are nature, becoming grounded, embodiment, living in connection. It feels to me like maybe what you have been doing has been like, for example, for some of you, maybe what you've been doing has been a means of like a paycheck, right? But it's not really something that draws your interest. Like maybe you have this connection to nature. Maybe you have this pull to nature. Maybe you're wanting to like go camping and or something and like be or live in solitude out in the woods somewhere or something. I don't know. But it feels to me like there's this, I don't know, like this pull or this connection to nature that I feel like you're not able to um what is the word? It's like satisfy. Thank you. Yes. It's like there's this connection to nature that you're not able to currently satisfy. Like you're not able to fulfill that. Like you're not able like it feels to me like if I could, I would be in nature amongst the leaves and trees and flowers and animals and all the things like every day, every day, every single day, all day long. I mean, you are an earth sign, so it kind of makes sense, right? But I feel like maybe this is a part of your life that has, again, and I mean, has been kind of neglected, if you will, or maybe you feel like it's been kind of neglected, right? It's interesting. I did not plan on doing the cards that way, but it worked that way. And it's interesting because that Page of Pentacles, if you look, like there's forests there behind her, right? She appears to be like, you know, out in the woods somewhere. And then you have this We Are Nature card showing up. So, you know, it makes sense. Makes sense. So we're going to read them the right way this time. The other activation you have here is Sword of Light, Divine Protection, Cords Cut, Breakthrough Energy. Yeah, I mean, like I was saying, it feels like you're releasing something, right? There's something here that's like, I can't do this because it's not who I am. I don't know what that is, but it's like, I feel like you're just kind of like, I'm just done. Like, this could have been like a fairly recent development, right? Like this may, I don't know how to word it. It may have been like a realization that you've had recently, right? Like I just don't think I want to do this anymore. Right? That's what it feels like. It feels like it just kind of came out of nowhere. Let's see what else you have here to clarify. Lineage of the Rose, moved by the goddess. Here for this soul call, gather. Yeah, you know, it's interesting because you have this soul call, and again, I feel like there's that energy of remembering who you are, and I feel like I don't want, this isn't who I am, right? Like, it feels interesting to me, like, this isn't what I want to be doing, or this isn't where I want to be, or, you know, like, you may be feeling like you need to get out into nature, and maybe that's part of what's been missing in your life, as it were, and you now are like, this is why I'm here. Like, I'm not meant to be doing whatever this thing is. I'm meant to be doing whatever it is that's calling to you. Whether that's a new place, a new job, a new relationship, whatever it is, it's like the new is calling me. Because it's like, because whatever I've been doing is not who I'm supposed to be, right? Like, it's not who I'm meant to be. It's not who I'm destined to be. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah. You know, it's interesting too. I feel like for some of you, this may have to do with like some form of relationship. Maybe you recently got out of a relationship, perhaps. But more than anything, well, you have the sacred union, and it's beloved within, inner and outer relationships. But I feel more than anything, this is about your relationship with yourself. A lot of it. And I feel like this is that sacred union. I feel like you're starting to look at your wants, your needs, your path with more focus, with more like more of a priority, more of an importance. Like, this is important to me. Me leaving this situation, whatever it is, and moving on to what I feel is best for me is important to me. Right? It feels like you're acknowledging your needs and putting your needs first. It also feels like you may have recently come back together with somebody, right? Because there's gather here, and then sacred union as well, like moved by the goddess. I feel like a lot of what's taking place in your life currently, Taurus, is likely to align you with all of the people and situations that you're meant to be experiencing, right? Like, I feel like a lot of things may seem to just kind of be coming together, even if they're falling apart, which is really fascinating to me, right? It's like, okay, this thing fell apart, but then this thing happened that was really great. You know, and I feel like it's all has to do with you essentially stepping into this energy of like, this is not who I am, but this feels more like who I am, so I need to explore that. Like, I feel like there's something here with your intuition that's been moving about a little bit, right? And I feel like it's been helping you to essentially get into this breakthrough energy where you're having these realizations of, this is what my soul is calling me to do, and what I feel, what I am being called to do is important, right? There's that energy of wanting, and I feel like really needing to honor yourself, right? Yeah. Yeah, you have the Eight of Swords here. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you felt trapped. I feel like you felt trapped. Even if it was really just like trapped in your own mind, right? Like, for example, like, I don't know, maybe whatever you were doing or whatever this thing is wasn't like bad, right? Like, it was okay and you were comfortable and it's fine, but it's not really what you wanted, right? And so I feel like there's part of you that was kind of like trapped by the comfort of things. For example, you could have been trapped by the comfort of things, right? But then had come to have been starting to come to this realization that it's not fulfilling to you, right? And I feel it's interesting that you have cords cut, and here are all of these freaking, you know, binds on this woman here. But they are just within her own mind. And so I feel like you may have realized, like, I'm really the only thing that's holding me back from doing whatever the next step is, right? But I do feel like there's some part of you that felt trapped. Even if it was just because of your own stories or being afraid of moving on, or, you know, kind of wondering or worrying what's going to happen next, right? But this is Eight of Swords, is that card of like self-imprisonment. Yeah, you have Temperance here as well, which is like, I feel like the reason you felt trapped is because you needed to bring things back into balance, right? There's this energy that I was getting of like, I'm dumping into this thing, but I know it's not going to fill me back up, right? So it could have been, again, like a job or something where you're like, okay, it's like provides me with an income, so I'm just going to keep doing it because I need to, right? And then it's like, okay, but like, this doesn't feel good to me. So there's that need for this balance. And I feel like, I also feel like this is, again, it's like leading you away from being this kind of imprisoned person and moving you more towards your path, right? I feel like this is helping you to break free, right? Because you do have that breakthrough energy with the Sword of Light. I feel like it's helping you to break free and align more with your purpose, with like the meaning of life and what you're meant to be experiencing. Because something tells me that you may have had this perspective of like, this is not what life is supposed to be like. Yeah, King of Pentacles, right? It feels like I need to move more towards something that is going to bring me abundance and prosperity, right? And it's interesting because, again, I feel like there's kind of two messages here, like one being like this imbalance of, being essentially your own provider and or working hard, right? But sometimes the King of Pentacles can be looked at as like boring, because it's like, yeah, okay, I have the things, but like, right? Like it's just kind of like the King of Pentacles kind of does like the same routine and stuff like that. And I feel like that's where this imbalance is coming from. But I also feel like there is this, again, this side of you that says, this life, right? Pentacles is the physical world. Like this life, this physical world is not supposed to feel like this, right? Like, I feel like for you, it's not all about the money, right? Or all about the finances, because I feel like there's a part of you that has felt, um, somewhat fulfilled to some extent in that way, in that department, right? Like maybe you don't have all of the money you would like, but you're not necessarily in poverty, so you're just like, okay, it's fine, type of thing. But then there's this other side that's like, what needs to happen is, or rather, this physical world is so much more abundant than what I'm experiencing from this space that I've been in, this one space, right? See what your angels have to say. The miracle of forgiveness, Archangel Jeremiah. Thank you, Jeremiah, for helping me to understand the process of forgiveness. So it feels to me like there's something here. I don't know what this is about, Taurus, but it feels to me like there's something here that you may be holding on to. Maybe whatever you're trying to move away from, maybe you're kind of beating yourself up about, or whatever you're shutting down, maybe you're beating yourself up about it a little bit, because I don't know why. Maybe you feel like it's a really good opportunity, or it wasn't really that bad, and maybe you feel some type of way because you're trying to move on from it, but it's just not meant for you, and that's okay. And I feel like there's a need to forgive yourself, right? I don't know, maybe you, in some way, shape, or form, you felt like you're giving up or something, but I feel like in your heart of hearts, that's not the truth. I feel like that whatever it is you're moving toward is to bring you more happiness and more peace. Like it's not you giving up on something because you're just throwing in the towel. It's because it's time for you to move on, right? So I feel like there's something here about needing to forgive yourself through this month. You also have here connect with music. Thank you, angels, for inspiring me through music. You may have heard some. It's interesting for you, Taurus, because I'm getting this energy of, for some of you, you may hear music that's not playing, like in the physical world, right? Like, maybe it's like before you go to sleep at night, or just before you wake up in the morning, or when you're just minding your business or something. Maybe you hear music and you're like, do you hear that? Right? Like for some reason, I feel like you could potentially hear music that not everyone can hear in the physical world. But also, I feel like there have been songs that you've been hearing or will hear throughout the month of July that are playing right along with whatever this thing is that you're trying to move on from, or need to move on from, and know you need to move on from, right? Like, I don't know. Let's say, for an example, like it's a relationship, and all these songs you keep hearing are about like moving on, or like letting somebody go, or whatever, right? Like whatever it is. I don't know what it is for you, Taurus, but whatever the thing is that you're needing to move on from, or trying to move on from, or know you need to move on from, like I feel like you keep hearing songs about this, or maybe somebody, like you hear songs about it and then somebody sends you, hey, check this out, check this song out, and you're like, oh my gosh, really? Like another message about this again, right? Like I just feel like you've kind of noticed a synchronicity of sorts, where it's like, I keep hearing songs about whatever, right? Maybe you want to travel, and you keep hearing songs about traveling or vacation or something, right? Like I feel like the universe is sending you these signs to let you know that you're on the right path. So at the bottom of the decks here, you have Holy Grail, inner discovery, finding sacredness. You are what you seek. And I do feel like you're discovering this. I feel like you are coming to, right? And it's interesting that I said you were like pouring into this cup that's not giving back to you. It's interesting because I feel like, even though this is at the bottom of the deck, I feel like this is what you have been doing, even if you don't consciously recognize it, right? I feel like there's this again, because you have that sacred energy coming up again. And I feel like you're seeing that within yourself and honoring who you are. And I feel like it's an important part of like, you are what you seek, right? Like honoring who you are, right? I feel like this is a big part of your journey at this time, right? Like honoring who you are. You also have here healing the mother line, healing ancestral work, mother line, and growing up. So this is really interesting because we do have that Archangel Jeremiah with the miracle of forgiveness here. So maybe there's something here in regards to your mother line, right? Your mom, your grandmother, something there that is needing to be healed, or maybe you breaking away from whatever this thing is that makes you feel kind of trapped is part of you healing your mother line, right? It's you doing the things that your ancestors couldn't do before, didn't have the courage to do, right? Or couldn't find it within themselves, however you want to label it, right? I feel like maybe that's something that you don't realize what you're doing. Also, there could be this energy here. I don't know why I'm getting this, but it feels to me like maybe you're stepping into a role, and maybe this is part of your soul plan or what have you, but as a healer. And it's interesting because I feel like there's somebody in your line, maybe you know them, maybe you don't, who was a healer of some kind. An empath, a reader, some form of divination. Maybe they got a lot of dreams or psychic dreams, or were intuitive or something. Somebody down the line, right? And I feel like for I don't know, maybe they didn't like fully step into that role as like a healer or an intuitive or whatever it is, right? They kind of like, maybe they dabbled in it or played with it, but like only in secret or something. And I feel like there's something here. Also something being healed around like honoring yourself and doing what you feel. And this could have to do with like being this healer and, doing the things like talking to spirit or whatever it is for you, right? But I feel like there's something there. I feel like this is part of why you're feeling called to do the things you are, because I feel like there's growth, there's expansion for you. I feel, obviously, okay, I want to make this very clear. Follow your own intuition, your own discernment. Do what is best for you and your life, okay? I'm just a girl on YouTube, so do what you want. But, it feels to me like if this is something like you're trying to move away from something, it feels to me like this is part of you growing up within your soul self, right? Like I'm not calling you childish or anything like that, but it feels like part of your soul growth. You have here as well, manifesting miracles, Archangel Orion. Thank you, Orion, for manifesting your miracles in my world. I will come back to the tarot. I feel like for some of you, I feel you don't see this miracle coming. Like maybe you're waiting for something in order to be able to move away from whatever this is, or to move forward or release or whatever. I feel like that could be coming and maybe you don't see it, right? Maybe you don't see it, or maybe you need some miracles and, maybe reaching out and praying or meditating around Archangel Orion, or, talking to Archangel Orion. Maybe that is something that you might be able to do to help you along your journey at this time, right? But I feel like for some of you, there could be something that's coming to allow you, and I feel like it will feel like a miracle. Like, I don't know, maybe you're like waiting for your car to sell or something, right? So that you can take whatever this next step is. And then all of a sudden out of nowhere, like you think it's not going to sell or it's not going anywhere. And then boom, it does, right? Something like that. Now you do have the Four of Swords in the reverse. And again, this is another energy of the mind, of like running around things in your mind. Okay. But the Four of Swords in reverse is like stress, burnout. But for you, I feel, Taurus, it may be more linked to this restless kind of energy where it's like, oh, I want to get out of here. But I feel like there's almost, I don't want to say like a warning, but just to know and understand, like the restlessness, like you're creating stress. Like the more, it's like surrender to the flow of things, allow things to unfold as they're meant to. Like, don't worry about things coming together or what have you. Like, know that they will, right? There's something here about not allowing yourself to get too stressed out about whatever this is. Okay. And like where your path is taking you next. It feels like there's this energy of surrender. And maybe you do need to like take some time to yourself and really kind of wrap your brain around where it is you're trying to go and what you're trying to do, right? I hope, Taurus, that something in this reading has been valuable or helpful for you for the month of July 2022. I'm so truly very grateful for you being here with me, sharing your time and energy. I want to thank you so much for being here. If anything resonated in this reading for you, please do the YouTube things, like, share, and or subscribe. I would be so, so very grateful. Please remember to take only what resonates and leave the rest. I hope that you have an incredible, incredible month, Taurus. Take care of your beautiful soul, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye.